Welcome to our first ever in the history of the world, our first Sunday night live. Let's give it up for Steph Gramling. You were out making money.
I was making money.
I probably.
And you were forgetting to.
I was probably trying to start a church.
Yeah, probably so. I can't remember for sure what you were doing, but it wasn't like anything. Like you could have gone to the bank and deposited the check.
What is that?
Iron Man.
Incorrect.
Jaws?
Tyler Gramling with Jaws.
Oh, I see it. I see it. You guys are producers.
Mm-hmm.
You know we're giving away a prize, and we don't have a drum roll?
I mean, we have.
Oh my gosh, we've got poppers. Yeah, we're celebrating here at SNL. Oh, wow. You can't go wrong with Cool in the Game. Good times. Come on, everybody. We are glad you are here on this Sunday night at 6 p.m. because we are celebrating the fact that it is finally finished. All right. We started this. Well, I got to tell you, I'll talk a little bit later of how all of this happened and what we're looking forward to. Whoa, that scared me. We do have some giveaways, though. A contest is, I guess, the way I would like to say it. Let me put my my headphone in here so I can hear my producers. They say such important things as I'm talking here. I need to be sure.
Amen.
I need to hear them. I have the limit. Now, when I say limited edition, I'm talking truly limited edition. We ran out of these at the 8 o'clock service, 8:30 service, okay? These were designed by Potential Church, and it says right there, some people think that stands for Pastor Carson, but it actually stands.
And it does.
It stands for Potential Church. But the best part, of course, is the back part. It's got all kinds of, what would you call that?
Designs,
art. Graphics, art. Anyways, it's really, really cool. It's very limited. And here's who we're going to give it to. Our contest is quite simple. All you have to do is invite somebody and for them to show up. We kind of do the same contest every time. We've given away books because we're trying to build an audience. We want to hang out because I want more folks in the chat. And Rumble, welcome. We've got several folks watching in Rumble. Good to have you guys, as well as on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, if you head over to Rumble or YouTube, I can actually see your comments if I put, well, I can't see it with my glasses on either, but we can interact with your comments, right? Francine and Pastor Matt and Sammy and Maddie and Hazel, right? So anyways, it's great to have all you guys. There we go. You didn't have to go that big. Me, the guy, and
me, the IT guy.
Yeah. Oh, me, the IT guy. Yes. I am sorry. All right. And then we got Sagoblin. Is that what that is? Invited by Pastor Derek is already on the board because I don't know if I finished it. That's how you get in the contest is you need to invite somebody. All they have to do is go on the Rumble or on YouTube and say who invited them. And we're going to give a couple of these away. All right. We're going to give a couple of these away. And that's not the only thing we're going to give away. If you invite two people, all right. So if Fred and Susie say, Pastor Troy invited me, then I'm going to have a leather copied, what do you call it? Leather
bound.
Leather bound. Thank you. That's what producers are for, right?
Amen.
Leather producer, leather bound copy of this. And we're going to send it to you. Now, that's going to take a little longer, right? Because we'll get the book, then we have to send it off and have it made in leather, but it's going to look really, really cool. I might get me a copy too. Anyways, if two of you get invites, we're going to send that out to you as well. So we've got all these incredible contests happening, but we are having a party, and it's not a party if you don't have a little bit of the bubbly, right?
Hey.
Now, I got to tell you, I am not an expert at this because I'm a pastor and I love Jesus, all right? But there are occasions, and I'm going to see if I can open this up and invite my beloved to join me.
You heard it here first. There are occasions to drink.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. All right, here we go. All right, I'm getting there. Stay with me. Don't leave us. How do you get this off of here? There we go. All right, we're making progress. Ready, Steph? I want to let you get over here because I don't want to pop you in the eye. All right, you ready?
Go wild.
1, 2, 3.
Weak. Weak.
Okay, I forgot you had to get it started.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. Yeah. Woo. All right, let me pour you a little bit of the bubbly. All right, there's yours, Steph. All right, let me get this off camera. All right, just kidding, just kidding. You want to make why don't you make what do you call it? A toast. Not a speech, a toast.
A toast.
Yes.
I've never made a toast.
I know, you've never made one, but I mean, as your husband, oh, you know what? I think the producers will make a toast. Why don't y'all make a toast?
I toast. Oh, never mind. I had my own drink. But
Yes.
Of course.
There you go.
Williams.
I toast to good times and laughter too. We're going to celebrate this party with you.
Carson, we're toasting the book.
Ah, yes.
You're missing the whole point of the party.
Potential.
It's the book, all right?
The uncontainable power of God within you.
Yep. It's all for
There
the
you
next
go.
generation.
There you go.
Amen.
Celebrate. We are partying big here in the studio. Let's say hello to our studio audience back there.
Come on.
You know, and I did tell this incredible studio audience a little bit earlier that I would just assume that the folks who really love us are here in the studio tonight with us. That's right. These are the folks who are in the will. These are the folks who are in the will. Of course, you know, we need your investing to create something to put into the will, because with the book we are actually giving away all the proceeds from the book to the next generation. You know, because we don't want to profit from it in the sense that we really, it's about potential, and who has more potential than young people?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Who said that? Where that came from. All right. Hey, and guys, if you have Matthew Fernandez, all right. Do I have confetti on my head? Thank you. Thank you, Matthew Fernandez. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, what was I going to say?
I don't know. I sent some.
Oh, I was going to say, if you guys have some questions, be sure and ask them. We got some guests. We're going to have a lot of fun. But if you got questions really about anything, because the whole goal is to interact a little bit. And so if you have some questions, I wanted to talk with Steph a little bit. Because, you know, I'm very humbled about the book and appreciative of everybody's encouragement and, you know, all of that. But I'm uncomfortable in a sense. I'm not uncomfortable talking about what's in the book, but the book's not free. And so people have to pay for it. And I'm uncomfortable doing that.
You've never enjoyed that kind of stuff, even like when we go buy a car or anything like that. Like you don't like dealing with that.
No, the last car we got, Steph I sat in the waiting room.
Oh,
Is that weak?
it is. It is. Yep. Some may say soft.
Well, she got a better deal than she winked at the guy. It was all a strategy, all a strategy. But anyways, you know, folks have asked, you know, are you going to write a book? Because I think there's an assumption if you've been in, you know, ministry for a while to write. And I feel like that's one of the things that I was kind of slow to do.
Yeah, I know you've talked to me, you know, years ago, really, about how you felt the nudge in your heart to write this book, and I think that, you know, that message has been on your heart for a long time. And but I know you weren't quite confident in that, and you know, just maybe a little bit fearful of stepping out and doing it, which, you know, we can all be fearful at times, you know, taking a risk, that kind of thing. But you did.
Yeah, English has never been the actual, you know, verbs and subjects and diagramming the sentences and all those kind of things. That's the subject probably I had to work the hardest in. But anyways, we did it. Yeah. You know, with lots of help. Mm-hmm. You know, I appreciate Pastor Matt just kind of helping to get it off the ground, of course, and then several others that helped us get it done. COVID, right in the midst of COVID.
It was, yeah. That kind of set it back just a little bit, because I think we were like right in the middle of it, the book, when COVID hit.
Right.
So, you know, then that kind of slowed down everything.
Well, we thought the world was coming to an end, right? A book doesn't seem that important if the world's coming to an end. But you need the mic. Brother Matthew says they can't hear you.
I don't.
Just move it closer to you, or move yourself closer to it.
Okay, there we go.
Because we want them to hear you. Your great wisdom, especially
now?
Especially as you talk about me.
Yeah, all the good things, all the great things. Yeah, I can do that.
But anyways, we got it done, and really that's hard, but that's not necessarily the hardest part. Yeah. Because then you got to put yourself out there, and you got to see if anybody wants.
Right. Find a publisher and that whole journey.
We were blessed to have a great agent. Yeah. And they went to publishers, and you know, they don't tell you what the publishers say. Right. But you're
probably glad in some ways. You know?
Well, if you're not signing a contract, you assume they don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, they did find a publisher and found a deal, and you know, all the details that go into that. And then you sign the contract, and then you wait. Mm-hmm. You know, and they give you the publishing date. And, you know, we were, to be honest with you guys out there, I was incredibly disappointed at first because it's not a hardcover. Yeah. And I just assumed when I signed the contract that it was going to be a hardcover.
Right.
And
they don't tell you all those.
Yeah, and we didn't know.
Yeah.
And so that was, you know, kind of to work through that and trust God through all of that. You know, they always kind of tell you, well, you sell more and blah, you know.
People tend to buy soft covers more. I think that's what they tell you.
That's what they tell you. But of course, you know, all the authors that I read, they have hardcover books. But anyways, trusting God, of course, in that.
We're thankful for the book.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm not trying
soft or hardcover.
No, but I mean, you know, you that's just reality, right? You know, I mean, that's why people don't write books. It's not that only a few people can actually put something or have something to say. Everybody's got something they can teach us, but it's the process that keeps people from actually going through it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you can self-publish. We're going to talk later with the guest, and that went that direction. And lots of people do, especially it's like self-publishing music and everything nowadays. Nowadays, you can go directly through Amazon to people. You don't have to go through a publisher. But anyways, we did. And it's got lots of stories in there. Hopefully none that you're embarrassed about.
It's a great book. Well, I have read it, so I know what's in there.
Yes. You had editing power.
I did.
And
but we're excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
No, we're excited. And the reason we keep talking about it is not, one, because like you said, I shared today with the church, again, my vision for the book is threefold. And the first one is what's in it. You know, potential is not only the name of our church, it's our heartbeat. Everybody has potential and can move towards that. And I think it can help a lot of people. And, you know, we just follow the story of Exodus and our life and find potential. Secondly, is we want the proceeds from the book to impact the next generation here at Potential Church. Camp is expensive. Student ministry, children's ministry, those are expensive. And you know, you never know. God puts his hand on it,
Yeah.
or the algorithm puts their hand on it, and you know, it could produce resources that make it different in the next generation. And then, thirdly, is to open the door for those who come behind us, because one successful book can open the door for others who want to write and music that they want to produce.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And it's a powerful book. I mean, the message in it, and it's, you know, and it was cool this weekend to even hear you, you know, you really the message that you spoke this weekend was a lot of it from the book.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah, it's a powerful book. I think it's going to impact a lot of lives.
that's our prayer.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's why we're celebrating. And I'm so humbled that to have those of you online and those of you that are here in the house celebrate with us. Don't forget our contest, okay? If you for the t-shirt, for the leather-bound version of the book, just invite somebody, and all they got to do is say, hey, this is who invited me. And all of our technical people are keeping up with all of those names, okay? And we're going to draw at the end. So if you're watching on Instagram, you're going to have to go to YouTube or Rumble so that you can be part of the drawing. And you can win one of these limited edition t-shirts or a leather-bound version of the book.
That's cool. Yeah, I want one of those.
Yes. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of power
Yes,
in that.
I do. All right, guys. Hey, we will be back in just a moment with our guest. Those of you who are on Instagram, I encourage you to come check out Rumble or YouTube. All right. We're just getting started, but I want to show you what happened here at Easter. So let's watch this. Paul's this guy that wrote so much of the New Testament. We're here today because he started so many churches, and he looks at death, which everyone is afraid of. It's why that fox freaks us out. And look at what he says in 1 Corinthians 15. He says, "Oh, death, where is your victory? Where is your sting?" Easter has come and death has been defeated. It no longer has the capacity to bind us or to constrain us. All right. Hey, we are back. We had an incredible Easter, and I want to thank everybody who was part of that, whether you were at our campus, whether you're a part of our digital ministry, or whether you just happened to show up this Sunday night. We are glad you're here. We had an incredible time. How was the Slime Fest?
Messy.
Awesome. Yeah.
Very messy. But a lot of fun.
Yes. And how do you make slime in 2024?
You use vanilla pudding,
Yeah.
cornstarch, water, that's it.
What, you didn't have color? Was it white? What color was the slime?
We
Yellow.
tried the vanilla pudding was vanilla flavored, but it was like yellow.
Yeah.
We tried to make it a different color, but we just couldn't get anything to cancel out the yellow.
That's kind of like snot,
It kind of was.
It looked like barf when we
Yeah.
tried to color it.
but it smelled good.
Yeah.
Smelled like vanilla.
Vanilla
The
pudding.
Very
building
sugary.
Still smells like vanilla.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, guys, we have a guest with us, one of my good friends from the South. We have the Reverend Pastor Terrell Somerville with us on Zoom. Welcome, Pastor Terrell.
How are you guys?
Hey, we are doing well. And you know, I've asked Pastor Terrell, we were talking a little bit earlier on the show, and he also just released a book. And I don't know if you guys can see it. I have it on my my iPad here. Can somebody come grab this and kind of put it a little closer there to the camera so they can see it? Pastor Terrell, why don't you tell us a little bit about your book?
Well,
Thank you.
basically, I started it 8 years ago. So you and I are around the same timeline. Is that about right?
Yeah, yes.
So, I mean, some of this magnitude when you're leading a church and you're chasing after the heart of people for Jesus, it just takes a lot of time. And so I was blessed to have an author in our church that kind of jumped in and kind of prodded me to be able to jump forward and do it and challenged me, and had a couple other people on the project. So we started about really getting serious about it about a year and 3 months ago. And so the book basically is my life story about growing up in a Christian home in the South. And I was a person that was able to go to church and gave my life to church as a young lad. But then I got with the wrong crowd and ended up in jail at 18 years old for dealing dope. And God woke me up in that jail cell, and I prayed a couple of prayers and said, God, I'll do anything you want me to if you'll get me out of the mess I've got myself in. And I said, second to that, you'll send me a good woman that would be one that I could enter in holy matrimony with, and I will do anything, for that moment to come. And so God sent that person to me. And I said, I'll serve her to the day I die and raise my family in church. And I look back all these years later, and God did that. So the book is a book that will make you laugh to tears. It will make you cry to tears. And it will tell a heartfelt journey of how God can take this Southern boy and raise him up, call him into ministry, start a church. And I also get really raw about ministry and what it's like and the tough things in it. But also, it has 12 transformative spiritual principles of how you can live a spiritually freed life. And so I'm very humbled, very honored to the people that have gotten the book so far and told me how much they have loved it. And it's like reading a novel. And I thought, man, that's amazing. So I give God all the glory. And if it can change one life, I'm just like you with your book and potential. If it can change this generation and come, that's what my heart's cry is. And second thing we're doing is we're taking a second copy. If people get a second copy, we are partnering with jail ministries and with juvenile detention centers in our area and giving those adults and those kids copies. We know the Word of God is first. However, we know that if someone can hear the test of someone's testimony, that can give them the hope to go beyond where they're at and maybe have a life transformation with Jesus.
Amen. I see it's got 5 stars on Amazon.
Yes. I'm blessed. Just come out a week or so ago. And so I'm very thankful for that. And been able to have a lot of press so far. The news channels here in Nashville, been able to do that. And so I just want to get the word out. And like I say, this is not something to make money. Books are not to make money, but I want to see it change someone's life. And if it does just one, it's worth all the hard work and effort that we put in it. And I know that's your heart's cry too, Pastor Troy.
Well, I don't know about one.
Maybe more, brother. That's what I'm hoping for.
I don't know if one is worth all the hard work.
Yes,
I'm teasing, of course. I'm teasing.
But you know how it is. Just
spiritually freed. And then the tagline is from landing in jail to leading for Jesus. It's a great looking cover. And I just encourage you guys, pick it up. You can go to Amazon and you can get it. And like I was sharing with them earlier, it's all about the algorithm, because the more people who purchase it on Amazon, Amazon pushes it. It gets in front of more people who are looking for books. And of course, what better story for people to read, and who isn't looking to be freed, right? Especially in our world today, there's a lot of stuff, going on in people's life, and to be able to learn and, like you said, be encouraged.
Yes. Very much so.
How many grandkids do you have now?
Oh, you won't believe this. I haven't told you, Troy and Steph yet, but I got hit last week. Our middle daughter, India, and her husband, Caleb, Caleb's on staff at the church, and he pulled me off the side before I was leaving one afternoon. He had my book, and he come in there and said, you got this. He said, I want to show you something you didn't get right. And he said, you're showing on the Bible that you got 10 grandchildren. I said, that's true. I said, Lily and Cody's got 4. And I said, y'all have got 3. And I said, Chloe's got 3. And he said, well, what about Carly? That's the adult adoption where India has the Daughters and Co. And she's really big in helping kids that are aging out of foster care. And this one girl, basically, they adopted her. I probably haven't really told you all a lot about that. She said, "You're counting." I said, "I'm counting Carly." Then he grinned real big. So India and Caleb, for long story short, is having their 11th child. So I'm on the way with 11 grandchildren.
Wow! Congratulations. There we go. Guess a little applause going on. Congratulations. I've got 2, but we got a ways to go to catch up with you.
I know you do, man. I love Ryan and Luna. They're amazing. Carson, Jessica, get busy.
They're too busy
Larry?
producing.
Bailey? Hello?
And I asked you that question because, the story of the book is encouraging just to see that God can really, you know what I mean? It's not just church talk. God can take somebody from,
Yes.
being in a jail cell to not just getting out of jail and being a good person, but to having a family and having grandkids and all of them serving God and leading a church and seeing the church do well.
Yes.
It's a real thing. And I just encourage anybody that's out there, because we all go through stuff and sometimes we wonder. And it's just a great reminder that the God we serve is real and the transformation that he brings is real as well. And that's what Pastor Terrell's written about. And of course, that's what I've written about, is just this whole idea of potential. I think for me, when I played basketball, coaches often talk about potential, what we have the potential to do. And I had a coach one time, he drew a couple of lines and he said, we might have this potential and this other team might have more potential than we do. He said, but what determines who wins isn't how much potential you have, it's how much of your potential you reach. And I just think that, that stuck with me. And I think that that's so true in every area of our life. The closer we get to what God created us to be, the more we glorify him. And two, I think potential is expanding. The better leader you become, the more potential you have to become a better leader or a better parent or a better father or in all those areas of life. And I know, in ministry that's our heart's goal.
Yes, it is. And man, I'm just so proud of you and Stephanie. We've been, I guess, 20 years plus friends, and our kids grew up together around each other, spent a lot of time together, and just seeing what God is doing through your kids and the family, and I'm seeing it in mine, and just having a generational impact. That's what it's about. We can sit here and whine and cry about what's going on in society around us, or we can be difference makers. And that's exactly what you're doing. And I cannot wait. I'm jealous that you got my book's out. I'm waiting on yours. Okay. So, to be able to read it. So I'm so excited about that. And I'm so excited the impact that your book is going to make on this generation and the generation to come. And I'm so proud of you, brother. And I love you guys so much. And thank you for allowing me to just be a part of your lives and what God is doing in the reach and the impact of Potential Church.
Well, we appreciate that for sure. Now, how old is the church? How long ago did you start the church?
We launched March 3rd, 2002. So we just celebrated 22 years.
Wow. And Freedom Church. So freedom is a part of what you feel God's called you to do, then I would assume. Then the title of the book, the title of the church.
Yes. Really, I guess the as far as the church and Freedom Church, really it's a story about that launching into my life from being called into ministry. And I never wanted to be a pastor. As a matter of fact, I told God, I said, I'm an evangelist. And I said, I don't want to pastor, and I don't want to lead a church. And I remember reading Rick Warren's book. It's in my book. I read Rick Warren's first book, Purpose Driven Church. And he put on my heart and said, you know what? You're not only going to pastor, you're going to start the church. You're going to pastor. And here I am 22 years later.
Wow. Time goes by very, very quickly. So we're going to have a little fun here. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll have Pastor Terrell to join us. And those of you that are out there in the chat, let's see how much we know about books. Okay. So I'm just going to ask a few questions and maybe we can learn something together along the way. You can't Google because that's cheating. Okay. We just want to see what we know here. Okay. So in the chat, let me know. Now, what do you think? But don't answer yet, Pastor Terrell. Let's see if the chat can help us out here. But what is the number one all-time best-selling book ever written? Let me know in the chat. How about in the live audience? Do y'all know what it is?
The Bible.
We have people who say the Bible. Maybe if you think it's the Bible there in the chat, give me a thumbs up if you think it's the Bible. According to all the wise people. Pastor Danny thinks it's the Bible. Rebecca thinks it's the Bible. The goblin. Oh, that's not goblin. That's Gobin. Apologies. You know, that's the hard thing. Zana, Eric, Amber. How about the IT guy? Pastor Terrell, you think it's the Bible?
Absolutely, number one.
How many copies do you guys think it's sold? Let's go to our producers. How many copies do you think the Bible has sold?
Here's what I would say. In the hundreds of millions. Is that a sufficient answer?
No, that's wrong.
Oh, billion.
5 to 7 billion copies.
Oh my
5 to 7
goodness.
billion copies. Now here's the question, because we've heard that all our life. Here's the real question. All right, what's number 2?
Pride and Prejudice.
No. In the chat, what do you think is number 2 on all time of every book? Well, that's what I've always said, but I was wrong. I've always said it was
typical speaker.
Yes, I said it. I've always said it was Purpose Driven Life, but I was wrong. Okay, according to my research.
Trying to think, what's a book that like
Pastor
everyone's
Terrell, you
read?
have any idea what the number 2 all-time selling book is?
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey is not correct.
Oh, I thought he was about to say it was. That's gonna be blown away.
Mind blowing right now.
What's a
I
book
have no,
everyone's
I'll be
read?
honest, I have no idea.
It sold 900 million copies.
Oh my goodness. The Bible's far ahead.
It was written in 1946.
The Wizard of
wow.
Oz.
We got a couple guesses in the chat.
I'm really surprised that our producers don't know this, since I did ask them earlier how to pronounce the author's name.
Oh, well, I can tell you right now. I don't know what book he has written.
Mao Zedong.
Mao Satan.
Yes, the guy that the dictator that killed all the people in China. It's called Quotations from Chairman Mao Zedong. Mao
Zedong.
Mao Zedong. All right, 900 million copies, and here's what it says about it. It says it became a way of living because when the Chinese government officials would test people if they knew the quotes and had them memorized. And if you didn't, you went to prison.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
That'll sell some copies of the book.
Wow.
And what did you say you wrote? The 48 Laws of Power? Like,
No,
what was it?
it's quotations
Quotations.
from Mao Zedong. All right, now let's keep going here. Number 5, because I only put the books I had heard of. All right, so the number 5 all-time selling book is still not The Purpose Driven Life.
That's definitely not what she said, but yes. She kind of mumbled through that one.
This has sold 500 million copies. I'm going to give you a hint. All right? You ready, Pastor Terrell? You ready, guys? In the
Yeah,
chat?
I'm ready.
How about in the chat? What do y'all think is number 5? Number 5. Here's my hint. Windmill.
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 author?
Hold on, I can get this.
Huh? What'd you say,
Who's
Pastor
the
Terrell?
author?
Well, the author, it was written in 1605. By
Don Quixote?
that is right.
Oh.
Don Quixote.
Fighting the windmills. I knew it.
Sold
Great book.
over 500 million copies. Number 6 is sold 200 million copies. I have never read this book, but Charles Dickinson published it in 1859.
Moby Dick?
No.
I would have said Moby Dick as well.
Do you know this one? Oh, you don't know this? How about in the chat? You guys know? Don Quixote, Suzanne got it. Gone with the Wind. No. Oh, Dallas. Oh, Sammy got it as well. Iris. Pastor Iris is impressed by Pastor Carson's knowledge. Pastor Carson is a reader.
I like to read.
He is a reader.
Bailey's more of a reader.
Yeah, but yeah, she's always reading. All right. Numbers. Yeah. Do you know the answer?
Tale of Two Cities is in the chat. Is that it?
That is it. Tale of
Look
Two
at that.
Cities.
Tale of Two
Sammy.
Cities.
Have you ever
Yes.
read that, Pastor Terrell?
No, I think I had a copy of it, and you know how when you're stacking books, and then all of a sudden you go from one to the other, and I've never read it.
Yeah, I didn't realize Charles Dickens wrote it actually.
I didn't either.
All
I
right,
didn't
number
either.
7. This is another religious book. This sold 192 million copies, and it's not the Quran. What?
Can you? I don't
Well,
think.
that's the Bible.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think you're getting close to purpose-driven life. Am I right?
No, I've been very wrong about the purpose-driven life. But I've only said what I've been told.
Another
And-
religious book.
And Rick Warren taught me. I mean, he's the one that
Yeah.
told me. He's the one that told me he had the best-selling book of all time.
I don't think I know of any other religious books outside of the Quran and the Bible.
Let me give you a hint. Go west, young man. Go west, young man. Anybody in the chat? This is number 7
The
in the
Alchemist?
history of the world.
The Alchemist.
No. Go west, young man.
Oh man, I know it, but I can't think of it.
When you say religious book,
It's for a religious group of people. It's like their Bible.
oh,
Dante's Trail,
No.
or whatever it is.
Oh yes. Sammy got it, and Amber got it. It's the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
The
Oh,
Book
my
of
goodness.
Mormon. 192 million copies. All right, just got a couple. Let's see. I got 2 more here. You guys are going to get these. This is number 9 at 120 million copies. What book might it be? I will say this book was made into a movie.
Harry Potter.
Yes, it is Harry Potter.
Harry
my
Potter.
goodness.
Harry Potter. Okay, here's the last one. This is 100 million copies.
100 million copies.
Most copies sold. It's number 10 on the list. And let's see, it was written by C.S. Lewis's friend.
Lord of the Rings. The
No.
Hobbit.
Ah, who said that? It was The Hobbit.
I did.
The
I followed
Hobbit.
up with The Hobbit. I said Lord of the Rings, and then I remembered it's called The Hobbit.
Yes, The Hobbit was it. It was it. Now,
J.R. Tolkien.
what Christian book has sold the most copies? So now we can get to Purpose-Driven Life, but it's not the most.
That's so funny how off you are with the purpose-driven life.
No, I mean, I'm way off with the Purpose-Driven Life. The Purpose-Driven Life is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's number
Oh, goodness.
6. It's number 6 on the list. Number 1 is Fox's Book of Martyrs.
Ah.
It's kind of sad. I mean, it's sad
Yeah.
that they died, but it's sad we want
I've
to.
always heard about it. I've never actually seen it.
It's a sad, encouraging, inspiring book. Now, this is what's number 2 on this list. I don't know if you guys would include this as a Christian book. The Hobbit. The
He's a
Hobbit.
Christian
Yes.
author.
Yeah.
Tolkien.
He's an apologist. What do
Yeah.
you think number 3 is? I'm going to tell you the author and see if you can know the title.
Okay.
Ellen White. Sold 60 million copies. Ellen White. Anybody in the chat? Oh, Love Language is on the list, but it's not the one. It's actually on the list of sold all-time selling
Ellen
books.
White.
Ellen White, she sold 60 million copies.
Stairs of Christ. Or
Steps to Christ. That's right. Steps to
This
Christ.
man looked it up.
Oh, is he Googling?
He's over there Googling.
Pastor Danny's Googling.
Oh my goodness.
Terrell, that's not even good, is it, Pastor Terrell?
No, Danny. I know you better than that, brother.
All right. And another one that sold 30 million copies is
There we go. Number 2.
Purpose-Driven Life.
Number
Of all
2,
time.
come on.
I think this weekend I said it's the best-selling book of all time.
30 million. You might cross that day one.
Yes.
I mean, he's out there with the pedestrians.
That is pretty amazing. I'll tell you, The Lion Now, groups of books, like groups, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe sold 85 million copies. Lord of the Rings has sold 150 million copies.
Is that C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Is that his most selling book?
I think so, 185. I didn't know The Hobbit had sold more
Yeah.
than The Lion, the Witch, and the...
Yeah, it's more popular.
Oh, you know
Yes.
what sold
Lion,
50?
Witch, and
Oh, I
Wardrobe is
skipped
one of my
one. I
favorite.
skipped one. I got to apologize. I'm going to give you the author. This is number 5. This is right in front of... This sold 50 million copies. There was a movie about this. Lou Wallace is the author.
Ooh.
There was a movie. I'm going to even tell you who played the part. Charlton Heston.
Oh, gosh.
10 Commandments, bro.
Nope. It was the same
Oh,
director.
it's the deal with the chariot.
Yep. You're right.
What's
Chariots
the
of
name
Anybody in
of
the
Fire.
it?
chat know? Anybody in the chat know? Twilight is not it. Pastor Ambrose, yes, in Twilight. I'm just,
my-
She probably put that before more info came.
yes.
Ben-Hur.
Yes, it is. Ben-Hur.
Yeah, I just thought of it. I should have racked my brain. Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur is the right one. Prayer of Jabez has sold 10 million copies.
That's awesome.
We had Sean McDowell here, Pastor Terrell, a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
His father, Josh, is on the list. He sold 10 million plus copies of More Than a Carpenter.
Oh, wow.
Have you
awesome.
got Sarah Young, Jesus is Calling? That's on the list. Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking is on the list.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now this is the last one. I'll let you go, Pastor Terrell. I appreciate you being here. All right, top selling.
Oh, we
got
got
a
a subscriber.
Drizzy Dre.
Drizzy Dre.
Drizzy Dre, welcome. We are glad you are here because we are giving away a leather copy version and a limited edition t-shirt.
Come on now.
2 of them. Oh. All right,
There you go.
top selling nonfiction books of 2023.
Nonfiction.
All right. Well, for the studio audience, which you can be a part of, email me at troy@troygramling.com because I am a very humble person. All right.
Good.
At number 1 selling book of 2023. You guys think about it. Pastor Terrell, think about it. Most nonfiction, biggest selling book last year. We're going to start with the chat. There's a little time delay there. So we're going to see if you know the title. What book has sold the most copies? Because this is what we're going after in 2024. So I'm going to tell you how many copies we got to sell.
There's temptation going on right now. They want that leather bound. I'm
That's
telling you, there's temptation with Google. They want it.
Yes. We only have to sell 1,175,000. And we will beat the number 1 selling book of 2023. All right.
Oh, that's good.
There
That's
you
good.
go. 1 million. Hey, listen, if everybody, what 6 degrees? I mean, this is really how easy this would be. If we could just get everybody going the same.
Oh,
my goodness.
Another subscriber.
Yes, they are going wild here in the house. Oh my gosh!
Jeanette Espinoza.
Get another bottle of champagne. But think about it, 6 degrees separation. If everybody that attended Potential emailed their list of people, we could sell 1 million copies. And
That's
think
true.
how that would change the youth ministry.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
all it would
Oh,
cost
my
any one
goodness.
individual person is, $16?
You could hire a better youth pastor with that kind of money. I mean, come on.
Get out of here, Pastor Carson. You be ready to roll.
But think about that. It wouldn't cost anybody more than $16. And all they'd have to do is email their folks. But anyways, all right. In the chat, do we have any guesses?
Last year nonfiction.
Was it a story? Somebody's life story?
Can you give more?
You're going to, I don't know if you'll know the name of the book. You will know the author.
Okay. What's the
Dale Carnegie?
what did he do?
This author is not dead.
Okay, it's live.
Alive.
All right.
And is from England.
Okay.
And that's the only, huh? Hold on, Pastor Terrell, you got it. Oh my gosh, we have another subscriber.
I don't have a clue.
No clue? Pastor Terrell, you have any thoughts?
I'm clueless.
You're
I'm
good.
clueless.
This is one of those you're gonna kick yourself. Anybody in the house know?
Oprah. Oprah. Prince Harry's book.
Prince Harry's book, Spare. #1 selling book.
Serious?
Yep. #2 is Atomic Habits. Has anybody read that book,
Yeah.
Atomic Habits?
Yeah, very good book.
How about #3? The Body Keeps the Score. Brain, Mind, and Body in Healing of Trauma. That book has sold. See, now here, if we want to beat #3, we only have to sell 280 or 290,000 copies. The 48 Laws of Power. It was published in 2000, but it was #4.
Have you read that book?
I have that book.
You have that book.
I've
Do you
read-
feel powerful?
I no. And then #5 was 4 Agreements. You know what #10 was? A singer, a woman singer.
Gloria Estefan,
No, a woman singer
Mariah Carey.
who has having challenges. Britney Spears,
Britney.
#10.
It's Britney.
Pretty impressive. Hey,
Yeah,
Pastor
the dances were
Terrell.
nice. I
Yeah,
know,
that's
folks.
right. Pastor Terrell, thanks so much for coming by and celebrating with us.
I'm so proud of you, man, and your family and what God is doing. And I can't wait to see it blow the charts up.
There we go. We'll put you and I #1 and #2 on that list. It doesn't matter which order that happens to be. Check out Pastor Terrell's book. Grab it on Amazon. Tell folks about it. It is, I've had the opportunity to read much of it, and it is an incredible book. So,
And thank you for your endorsement.
oh, it was an honor. It sure was. All right,
right.
let's all say thank you, Pastor Terrell. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. See you soon.
All right, guys, we got one more thing to do. It's kind of a tradition here on SNL, and then we're going to give away our giveaway. All right? And that is we can do T with Pastor T, but since we kind of went over the book list, I'm thinking we're going to play Waddle.
Waddle, also known as Wordle.
Wordle. We're going to play Wordle. Are you guys ready in the chat?
Let's go.
All right. This is not a game that I'm very good at, so I need lots of help. Wordle. So I give you 5 letters, right?
You give me a word.
I give
Ideally,
you a
those
word.
5 letters make a word. Yeah.
Okay. Books.
Books. OOKS.
Stephanie's microphone's in the way.
Enter. Oh, okay. You got 1 letter in the right place.
All right. You guys help me out. Celts, help me out. Jenny, help
So
me out.
books has 1 letter in the right place. So O is in fact the second letter.
The second O is not there though, so it's O something. It's got to be an. Help me out there. It's got to be something O something something something. Good. It's got only 4 letters. Oh.
She's
How about-
Dominican.
How about in the chat? Worth. Okay, Worth. Thank you, Carly. Carly.
Oh, Carly's wrong.
2 guesses down. 4
Can you show
to
the
go.
Wordle screen online? They say they're not seeing
Yeah,
it.
that's unfortunately our producer number 2 is struggling.
Okay, sorry about that, chat. Our producer, Carly's husband, he got distracted by his wife's.
He was.
guessing.
He's
By
just
her
thinking about.
terrible
Yeah.
guess.
So, anyways, there you go. Thank you for the Amber. Thank you for helping us out.
No wonder
there.
they were struggling to make guesses. They
Yeah.
couldn't see anything.
All right. All right. Now you guys can help me out. Okay.
Point.
Point. P-O-I-N-T. All right, let's try point.
Points.
Oh, there is no T. T is not in it.
Okay, so can you erase it or is it too
Yeah,
late?
no, I can erase.
All right, help me out. Help me out. Sammy said point. It's not point. There's no T. So it's got to be, man, we've only got one letter, the O. Rough. R-O-U-G-A. No, there's no H.
And no R.
Source either.
Money. Somebody says.
M-O-N-E-Y. Let's try that.
Yeah,
money.
Show me.
The money.
Money.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Why?
Where is it? Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Right there.
We have never lost this game. All right, chat, help me out.
Sound.
S-O-U.
There's no S.
There's no S. Found?
There's no N either.
There's no N. This is the toughest one we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no N, Janet. So it doesn't have an R.
Voila.
What?
Someone said voila.
Okay. We just need some more
If
letters.
this is it, we would have never guessed this.
All right, Sammy, we're going to give it a
If
shot.
this is right,
Sammy seems like she
I'm
does
saying
it every
Sammy looked it
morning.
up. Sammy looked it up.
All right, Sammy. For real? All right, Sammy.
We're no longer taking guesses.
Did you cheat? I want to know. Did you cheat?
Apparently all that.
She probably already did it today.
She said how. She said how would I cheat?
Yeah, can you cheat on this?
You could look up what the word for the day is. Or just do
now
it.
you just
or-
told
or
it-
just-
you just told everybody how to cheat.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that.
That's not how you do it.
All right, I'm waiting, Sammy. We're not moving on. Do we have? All right, we're going to draw here while we wait for. Oh, she did not look it up.
Yeah.
Sammy, I tell you what. You know what? We have 3 T-shirts. We're giving away 2, and if you don't have one,
She has one.
she has one. Well, okay.
You can write her in your will that you were talking about earlier.
Since we have room now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Sammy, I'm going to give you the 3rd T-shirt, and then you can give it to somebody if you'd like, even in the chat.
Sammy is very good at Wordle, to be fair. She's very good.
All right, Courtney, you ready?
I'm ready. Huh?
All right, here comes Courtney. We're going to draw the winner. And just a second, I got to look at my instructions. All right, here we go. This is for the leather book? All right. Who is going to get the leather-bound book? I put on my, oh, you want to? Let me draw again.
I know whose name that was.
Who do you think it was?
Derek Rager. Pastor
No, it was
Derek.
not. It was not.
He cannot be there.
You know,
Interesting.
By the way, one of her, a book about her was on the list.
Oh, really?
A book about Taylor Swift?
Yes. Not that has anything to do with Pastor Derek.
Yeah, I don't know why that would even come to
The
your mind right now.
winner, Pastor Danny and Matthew Fernandez. All right. All
But you're
right,
saying
this-
you're redrawing?
No, this is for the T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hold on, I got 2. Which one do you want me to do? I'll let you, Courtney, choose. This one? But who got so close? Hazel and Ray got very close.
But did not win.
but didn't win. Sorry, Hazel.
That is tough.
Pastor Matt and Pablo.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. There you go. Those are our winners, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, we have a podcast every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Our goal is to partner with you to reach your potential, and we can learn from everybody. We talk to everybody, and it's really exciting. And then we do this every Sunday night. We're also going to be adding some of our leadership lessons, and all the channel is going to be about building community and reaching our potential. We love you guys. God, I pray you bless us and give us an incredible week. In Jesus' name. See you guys next time Have an incredible week.